Hello, welcome to the All for the Culture YouTube show and podcast. Today, we got a special guest in the building. I mean, we got a legend in the building. And when I say a legend, I mean a legend. Over 22 million albums sold. Discovered Swisha House with Mike Watts. Helped careers like Chamillionaire, Slim Thug, Mike Jones, and many more. And I'm telling you right now, if you put in the comments that you don't know him, you better not ever jam a Swisha House tape. You better not pick up a Sprite. You better not drink a double cup and pull you a foe. You better not chuck up a deuce or throw up the H, because this man reps H-Town like no other. OG Ron C and iRome are in the building today. What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
What's up, man? My boy iRome in here.
Yeah, we got iRome here too. Working with OG Ron C, and we're going to get into his story in a little bit. So, OG, let me ask you, man. I've always wondered with you, like, I hear a lot about how, I've heard a lot about you, Swisha House, and then after that. But I want to know, how did you meet Mike Watts? How did you get to Swisha House? How did you get all that? How did you get
radio,
there?
Man. Radio, the box, actually. You know, I started working for the box in, like, 93. That's right around the time the box had started. Box probably had been up about a year. I started working there in 93, and then Michael Watts came probably about like 94. Actually, he came in 94, a year later. Okay. So I started working there permanently in 93. I was actually working there in 91 before I went to college, and then I came back home and started working there permanently. So.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go to college?
Wiley College.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
East Texas, Marshall, Texas.
Oh, okay. What did you major in?
Mass communications.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool. That's where they shot the movie. The debate, the Great Debate. That's where they shot that.
The Great
movie.
Debaters.
Yeah,
with Denzel.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. So, you talked about meeting Mike Watts. How did y'all meet, and how did y'all build that relationship? And just talk about that. I want to know about that.
Well, Michael Watts, was already a popular mixtape DJ. And he a few years older than me, and my uncle was probably Michael Watts' age, probably a few years older than Michael Watts. So Michael Watts used to sell his mixtapes. He used to make these mixtapes that he did R&B music over hip hop music, over the hip hop beats. Like he would put Al Green over the new hip hop beats. Yeah. So those was popular. He sold them in the flea market, and he was just a popular DJ on the north side.
Okay.
So. Yeah. By the time we got to radio, Watts was doing what he called Swisher mixes, which he was starting to slow down records, and the reason why he was slow, he did that was just to give the north side a platform to, be able to talk about north side stuff and just glorify north side stuff, because, DJ Screw and the south side, it was just all about the south side. Yeah. And at that time we was just going through, we was going through
that beef,
right. We was going through that. So, the radio station was where I met Watts, and he just convinced me, man, hey man, these tapes, you can sell these tapes. You want to make some money in the streets selling these tapes. And at first I couldn't. He just give me 10 tapes. I just couldn't sell the tapes, man. And he just was always telling me. So I kind of used to get discouraged and tell him, man, listen, it's about the radio. If we get on the radio and keep saying our name more, I was almost, if you want to say, it was almost kind of like a loyalty to the radio.
Oh, okay.
Because I was thinking radio. And Watts was like, no, man, the streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
The label? Is that what he was kind of saying? Like, let's do the label type thing?
Well, no, this was before the label. He was just saying the streets with the mixtapes, man. Just get out here and hustle these mixtapes. Okay. You can do it. And I was like, he was from Homestead. I'm from, I'm from Fifth Ward. I'm from North Side, but I'm from a different part of the North Side he from. And so, and it just couldn't work for me. Yeah. And I just had to start giving the tapes away, and still paying Michael Watts for his tapes, but until he started letting me talk on the tapes. And I started shouting my neighborhood out, and that's when it just became a real relationship.
Oh, that's good. And y'all still cool to this day, right? Like when y'all parted ways or y'all went different ways in business, it wasn't like a problem or nothing. It was just like I want to do my own.
No, it was immaturity.
Oh, okay.
It was actually, and being just young and being young and. Shit, we all had money by that time too. Yeah. So shit, shit, fuck me, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's
shit,
what happened.
I can go get.
Man, that's what happened.
I got my own
detail?
goddamn money. Fuck you. I can go do my thing. You can go do your thing. So and it just had, it was just some immaturity stuff that was actually, because it wasn't like nobody done nothing to each other. It was, we didn't know business.
Okay.
So that was the fault of it. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't know business at the time, and we had lots of money and didn't know business. So when we don't know business, things, one thing leads to another, and that's what it happened.
Y'all owned a nightclub together too, as well, right?
Well, actually, we didn't own the nightclub, because let's get that straight, because you know how people be saying they
Wikipedia
own
said,
shit.
so I didn't know.
People be saying they own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, we ain't own that motherfucker. I wish I could think of the man who owned it. No, but we had took over a spot that became what we branded as our event spot, which was it was called the All Star. And it was a batting cage place, but they had like a half a football field for practice that they would practice in. Yeah. Okay. So, and it was some real, everybody know I ain't, don't skew my language, I'm still from the hood. It was some real white folk shit, you know what I'm saying? It was really them white folks at the time. This was the 90s, y'all, you know what I'm saying? So at the time, the white folks go one-on-one and play with, practice with their sons and shit. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? Back, indoors, though, you know what I'm saying? So I found that motherfucker, and I asked the man to let me rent it out one day. Shit, and he let me rent it out, and shit, we just started calling that motherfucker. It was the All Star already, so it was just the team parties, and it lasted for 3 years, because I was the only one through parties there. So it ended up being a every Saturday and every Friday thing. Okay. So that's the reason why people might think it was our club, because it went on for 3 years. Smart business move. Yeah, it lasted for 3 years. I just, and you
would charge like a cover and stuff and all that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. We was getting that chips when we was young, baby. Shit, yeah.
So, I also want to know about a few things. I want to know about starting Swisha House, and then discovering or kind of putting artists on track like Chamillionaire and Mike Jones and Slim Thug, Houston legends now. I want to talk about that, and then also I want to talk about the CD, The Day Hell Broke Loose, and what you feel that means to you and Mike Watts, what it means to the city, and what you feel it means.
All right, so we're gonna jump in there first at the beginning. So at the beginning, let's go.
Let's start with starting Swisha House.
Starting Swisha House was we started Swisha House really because of we didn't want to see what happened with the screwed up clique happen to the bunch of guys that we now have, rapping on these mixtapes now. We didn't want other record labels to come in. Swisha House had became a brand. It wasn't a record label yet. It was a brand, and it was a group, that we was pushing, that we was doing. So it hadn't become a label yet. Okay. So when we went to start the label, the reason made us to do that and just to go down and keep these guys and put them under contract was because we started seeing the SUC get picked apart. We saw Kiki, Jam Down gonna get Kiki. We seen Rickshaw come get Big Mo, and this
Electra had Toe Down and stuff.
ESG, and what I'm saying? Exactly. They was all getting picked apart. Exactly. Yeah. So we was just like, man, let's make, me and my Watts was like, man, we need to do an album. And so we cause remember, y'all, it wasn't no screwed up album yet. Okay. It wasn't. It was a DEA album. Oh, okay. And what I'm saying? Remember those? It wasn't a screwed up album yet at that time. So it was a DJ Screw album, but it wasn't a screwed up click album, because everybody was now in cahoots over there. One person might be in the jail. This person was that. So we just had files. So we had to get everybody under contract for them to do that album. The Day Hell Broke Loose. So that's what brought on The Day Hell Broke Loose. Now the title, The Day Hell Broke Loose, is what made Day Hell Broke Loose was what we decided why it was called Day Hell Broke Loose is because if everybody, because everybody was already tripping, man. These guys coming up off of everybody else's beats, and we rapping off of everybody else's beats.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, see, we made that shit popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Rapping off everybody's beats.
I feel
and
like
getting
this
paid
started in
for
Houston.
it, though.
I feel like that started really in Houston.
Getting paid
because,
for it, though.
Yeah.
Getting paid for it and actually doing shows.
Yeah.
That shit started in Houston.
Making them hits.
You know what
like
I'm
a lot
saying?
of people, they'll do it.
Right.
And then it'll come out. You'll listen to it a couple times.
Yes, sir.
But you'll listen to the original. But in Houston,
Right.
we were all jamming the Houston versions. And then outside of the South,
That's
people
right.
were
We
even jamming
the freestyle
Yeah.
versions of it.
Exactly, yeah.
So exactly right. So with that being said, that damn, I could have went so far right with that conversation. It threw me off through what my original.
My bad. My bad. I do that sometimes.
I could have.
I get excited when we talk about that old school
'cause
H-Town stuff.
Me too.
Because I grew up on that, and I remember just listening to Chamillionaire, and I mean the Swisha House sticker's right there, on the back of the computer, right there.
Well, yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
That's all I used to jam was Swisha House. That was because I'm 28, so that was my time.
Yeah.
I was a little bit after Kiki and Scarface and them guys that I went back later and learned my history.
Yeah.
But
everybody was mad, man. That's the reason why everybody was mad. Now you remember we made the song called Northside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was basically off of the Southside beat. So
Yeah.
you know, people was just mad that we was showing up, you know, and we ain't had no original music.
Yeah.
So the reason why we call it The Day Hell Broke Loose, if y'all tripping, boy, hey, this is all hell finna break loose.
Put it in their face.
When we put this original album out,
Yeah.
it's going to be The Day Hell Broke Loose.
Yeah.
That's
And
where
it
that
was.
title came from. The Day Hell Broke Loose. All hell about to break loose around this motherfucker right
Hey.
now. And this is the day that it's finna
Yep.
break loose. This is when we drop this shit right here, because y'all ain't used to seeing it. Ain't think we could do it.
Yeah.
That's what that Day Hell Broke Loose came from. Like, yo, we finna, all hell's about to break loose. Y'all think we doing something now? Oh, shit.
That's cool. Did you when y'all were making it, right? Did you when y'all were finished or even in the middle? Was it kind of like you could see like, all right, I know this album's gonna do what it did? Because I mean, if people don't know, that album sold over 100,000 units, I believe, is what I read. Over 100,000. So
in the first week?
no, I mean just I guess to date is 100,000, right?
Oh, no.
Am I wrong?
Today, shit, today, the numbers, if you get by the numbers, computer screen numbers, yeah, it's million. Yeah, it
Oh,
sold
I'm
a
so
million.
sorry. Damn.
Scan. Now, if
I
you want to
smacked
say how
myself.
many that we didn't sold on them streaks,
Damn.
man, shit, you don't need them boys knocking
My
it out.
bad.
though.
Let's
IRS be like, hold up, players. We got to go back to...
IRS don't play.
Yeah, word up.
No. Okay,
Ain't
my
no
bad.
statute of limitations on that shit.
My bad. All right. All right.
Need
So,
that from 92.
so that album went platinum. So I asked you, did you see that from the beginning, or were you shocked at what it did?
Well, we knew that the album was going to sell, and we knew that it was selling. So that was kind of what happened. With the problem was, you know, that's what kind of, cause it's like we going into the stores and everybody saying they ain't got no more, and so now the questions is starting to be raised to me and Watts, because I'm the president. Watts is the the owner. So now the questions are starting to raise to be me and Watts. Questions had to be shift from me because everybody knew that I wasn't getting so when everybody figured out that I wasn't getting a check either, then that's when things kind of had switched to Watts in, and at the time Watts didn't even know because how they was giving it to him.
Okay.
How the distribution people was giving it to him. You know what I'm saying? So
did y'all do it to that through the Texas distribution company that everybody else was going
South
through?
by South. So I mean, Southwest Wholesale.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So at the time, and it was just like I said, it was our learning experience.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I can't,
Everyone has learning experience.
Yeah, if this would have been an interview 15 years ago, we would have been, talking about shit we ain't know about. But now we know the more details, and we know, that, listen, man, we was just young. We didn't know business.
Yeah.
Now I know some people probably watching these interviews and saying, oh, man, they keep saying they ain't no business, man. Fuck that, man. Motherfucker didn't pay you. Motherfucker didn't pay you. You know what I'm saying? But shit, at the same time, if motherfucker don't know how to pay you and what is your cut from that, and motherfucker think he doing the right thing by keeping all these motherfucking bills going and keeping this shit going and doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, doing this here other thing, then you know, it's a different story. So.
For sure.
You know, shit. You don't really know. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you
and
gonna
we
do about
did no business, man. We
Yeah.
just did no business. Yeah, you know, we might have thought we was looking out for each other, but at the end of the day, you know, if
Things are not right. Things are not right.
things not right. So it was a learning experience. Nobody is holding that against each other at this day and present time right now. We all learned about that. We all have probably said some things that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, I wrote a whole goddamn thing in my whole album about it. Fuck everybody. Shit. Nah, motherfuckers.
But oh yeah. So tell me about Chamillionaire and Mike Jones and Slim Thug, and were you also instrumental in finding Paul Wall as well?
Well, we found them all from the All Star.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay.
Because we used to let them freestyle. We used to open up the mic and let people freestyle for the last 30, 15, 20 minutes of the party.
Okay.
And that's where we got all of them guys from, except Archie Lee and Lester Roy, because they was the first ones. They was the first Swisha House members. They was actually that's where the name came from. It's Archie Lee saying it in the rap.
Oh, okay.
So Swisha Sweets had just been. This was just the beginning of the era of blunts, rolling blunts.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of blunt rolling era.
Yeah.
So, we were smoking Swisha Sweets, Perfectos.
That's what I figured out. That's what I figured. I figured it was like you did that.
said we in the Swisha house. We in Michael Watt's house. We smoking Swisha Sweets in Michael Watt's house. Might as well call it Swisha House.
Oh, okay. I missed that, but that's the thing, because I knew when I heard it, I knew it had to be. It had to be either the Swishers for weed or it had to be like a trap house thing.
Nah, it was strictly for weed. We was talking about weed, true enough, but after me sitting and trying to ponder, man, I always looked at the bigger pictures. How can we get these motherfucking, here we go again with this word. These motherfucking white folks ain't finna let this shit be in their motherfucking household. You know what I'm saying? This the truth. Ain't finna let us motherfuckers up in there be talking about dope and shit. All they kids ain't finna be letting their kids jam this shit. So we got to put this shit in a way to where they can really be able to. It means something, and we can get by. So we took the ER. If you know, we took the ER off of Swisher.
Yeah. And
made it Swisha.
Yeah.
And we dropped it because our first logo used to be motherfucking the Swisha logo. The Swisha logo. It's a statute of limitations on that Swisha Sweet. Fuck
that's
y'all.
That's like
bitch, y'all statues is up.
That's like Rockefeller and Rockefeller. They kind of did the same, very similar thing.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
So
but
cool.
shit, Rockefeller wasn't Rockefeller at first. With the Jay-Z didn't come out and say, "Nigga, this Rockefeller got that logo. Just changed it a little bit. Put some weed plants on side that hoe." Appreciate y'all, Swisha.
Every time I talk about weed, I hear my mama when I was a kid. Like, I mean, what I do now is my business. But like as a kid, man, she'd be like, you don't do the weed, okay? It's going to mess up your brains. It's going to fuck up your brains, and you're going to not know anything.
You got the accent.
Like, I was like,
You
what?
got it on
You know what I mean? So,
You got it on Portland.
so let me ask you something.
He hit that brain right.
Why? You put out the Southern's Finest with the In Love with My Money, and if you don't know what In Love with My Money is, like I said at the intro, please don't throw up any of them things. Please don't pour a foe. Please don't do any of that if you don't know what In Love with My Money is at all. But why did you go to Paid in Full when you were on Swisha House? I read that and I was
that was the time of the falling out.
Oh, okay, because
So-
they made it seem like it was before the falling out.
Yeah, no, that was during the mix of the falling out.
Okay.
So that was mix of the falling out, 2000, 2001, right after the Day Hell Broke Loose album. That came out in 99. So right after that, was when the falling out started happening between those years of 2000 and 2003, right?
Okay.
So I was, had a relationship with Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter was looking for artists. I somehow convinced him to put my album on. I was already working on this album. I was going to put out this album already. So it really wasn't even an option to put it on Swisha House, actually.
Okay. Do you wish you could have, or do you?
Nah, not really. I like the way it went because
Okay.
I went. I put the album out with Mad Hatter. It wasn't it wasn't no problem. When I went to Mad Hatter, like I said, it was all breaking up anyway. It was breaking up. So I convinced Mad Hatter to sign Paul Wall and Chamillionaire. I actually convinced him to sign Paul Wall and Sab Warfare.
Okay.
And when he signed, and it was like, well, he was like, I want to have Paul Wall and Chamillionaire. So then Chamillionaire, it was almost pulling the tooth and
I heard.
get him over there. So we finally convinced him, to do the album with Mad Hatter, and I worked on my album first. I was already working on my album, and I had just got the beats and how I used to just make everybody come to the studio. Whoever can come to the studio, that's who's gonna be on the song that day. Yeah. And Paul and Cam, they rolled together tough, so they came to the studio. I had already picked out the beats.
Yeah.
They actually wrote the song to that track.
Was it before it was before the first album, right?
They ain't have an album yet.
So yes,
this is my song.
Because
In Love Money, hold up, everybody getting it mixed up. In Love Money is my song. It's not their song.
Get that cleared up, but
clear that up. Yes, close your mouth. Yes, if you're just figuring this out, it was my song first.
But to get your mind correct, that had not come out yet. That was on Paid in
That
Full.
wasn't even in the making.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. That
So
wasn't
they
even
made
in the
Paid
making.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't even in the making.
Okay. All right. So this is way early on.
Right.
Okay.
So they did Love My Money, and what happened was how In Love My Money ended up being on their album was because we're on the same label. First of all, the label can use whatever the hell they want to.
Whatever they want.
Now, second, it was my single. I had went out and got it hot.
Okay.
So I was already out there working it.
Okay.
If somebody out there got the wax right now, they probably posting up saying, "Yeah, motherfucker, he ain't lying. He go to wax right here." So that was my single. So I was out already passing out wax with. It says OG Ron C presents. Power Wall and Chameleon In Love With My Money.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or it says OG Ron C present In Love With My Money.
Yeah.
Featuring Power Wall and Chameleon. Now, if you go look at it, you know what I'm saying, and that was. I knew that song was when I first heard it. Yeah. When they first recorded it, I remember Crazy C sending me the song and saying, "Man, this was Cam and them just recording." I said, "Man, this is finna be a hit."
It was.
That's the reason why it ended up being my first single, because I knew it was going to be a hit, and because we worked it so hard, they started working on the album. Now, by the time I finished my album, they did and done. They working on their album now. Yeah. Then probably about 4 or 5 months after, my album came out and that record was doing good. I'm working in the streets. Their album was starting to be finished, so they had it had momentum. Yeah. This In Love My Money had momentum. So if you're the record label, Mad Hatter was a genius. Yeah. If you're the record label, for sure. This is the artist. They can go and push it. Now let's shoot a video to it. Let's do you know what I'm saying? Let's do these things to it.
Was there a video? I never saw a video.
They should have. I don't even remember.
Why is that? Was it because back then it was more expensive? You didn't have the YouTube type thing. It didn't really make sense because there was no YouTube. Where were you gonna put it?
Yeah, it wasn't no video because it was you had to put a lot of money into it. You know what I'm saying?
Make more sense now.
So that was it.
I want to talk about Chamillionaire for 1 second, just real quick, because he's my favorite Houston artist. He's I don't know where the hell that dude went, but the dude that was sitting here, he's favorite Houston artist, and his favorite Houston artist. One, I want to know, why is he notoriously does not like deals? He does not like to sign any deals. It seems like I heard Paul Wall literally say that he said that just out of spite to not have to deal with the record label, Chamillionaire would rather just not put out another album ever again.
They think this.
How can you do that to us?
They think this gonna be a slug, man. But the people out there that have, and this is not a slug. This is not a slug at all. It is not. This is not a slug, y'all. But for the people out there that have African friends, such as myself, I have a lot of African friends. They are very wise businessmen, first of all. Yeah. Majority of them, because I got a few that's, you know what I'm saying. So their business mentality of thinking is way more different than anybody's.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he had that already instilled in him before anything.
Okay.
Business.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he seems like he's very smart business wise because look at what he's doing in the tech industry right now.
That's
and
right.
he's the only rapper I feel like I haven't seen another rapper to do what he's doing yet.
See, him and Slim Thug had business on their mind from the get go.
Yeah.
From day one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had business on their mind from the get go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any smart businessman don't have one business.
Yeah.
Any successful businessman don't have one business.
No, for sure.
So just look at it like when everybody asks any questions about Chamillionaire, just look at that was one of his successful business ventures.
Yeah.
That he done was music.
Yeah.
He went over there. He became a success. He worked and got what everybody
Got a
wanted.
Grammy.
A Grammy.
Got a Grammy.
That solidifies and using call, and that says your story is basically.
Is he the only
done.
Houston rapper to win a Grammy? Who else?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't
So
know.
that basically solidifies that your rap career is your career, whatever is a cap, right? Now you can go on to live for more of those.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you can just say, hey, I got it.
That's some
I
real
got
shit.
what everybody want.
That's some real shit. He worked.
I got it.
He worked
so
to be able to tell
y'all
people no.
go ahead. Exactly. Now y'all go ahead and y'all work for what everybody wants.
Yeah.
I didn't want nothing but one. I got it.
Yeah.
I didn't want 10.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce. I didn't want 20 like a Drake or something, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want. I got what every rapper wants.
Yeah.
A Grammy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now in 3-6 Mafia case, they might be saying, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I got what every rapper can get.
Yeah.
An Oscar.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So that was cool. That's one aspect of his business. You know what I'm saying? So now he got into the tech, and you know what I'm saying? So he's a business person. So at the time, like I said, we might have all didn't agree and understand at that time.
Yeah.
But like I said, how many of your African friends right now you understand what they doing right now? I mean, I'm just saying. That's just now they go to slug right there, baby. I don't understand what none of my African friends doing. Like shit. I'm just glad I know they ass.
OG gonna hook up the Chamillionaire interview for us, man. We gotta try it.
You know,
my
if we can
homie
get
told
him-
me. My homie told me it's impossible. I was like, I cannot give up hope. I gotta get that interview one day.
Man, I tell you, don't give up hope. You know, he been back in the mix, but I'm just saying, you know, he's not, you know, if you want to interview and talk about maybe, he's kind of, I would probably picture Cam right now being like Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Like, Riff Raff not going to talk about no G's to gent shit.
I don't want to talk about any drama. Chamillionaire, I don't want to talk about no drama.
As soon as you go say it, he ain't going to even forewarn you.
Yeah.
Well, he going to be told management, we going to be told you. But sometimes the interviewers, they just be like,
Oh,
fuck
no.
it, I'm going to do it anyway.
I ain't gonna do that to
and
nobody.
And Riff will show that. I done had over 10 interviews. That man said, oh, this over. Get out here when you be mad. He be like, shit, you know y'all not ready. He done told y'all that shit. He like, yeah, so what happened with Jesus? Oh, put it on. Yeah, it's on this interview, bro. He ain't finna get mad at you and say, oh, nigga, fuck you. Ain't talking about that shit. He gonna lie, oh, this over. Gone.
Yeah.
He ain't looking
OG
back.
manages Riff Raff, by the way, in case y'all didn't know.
He
OG
ain't looking
is,
back. He not
Riff
even
Raff's
finna say,
manager.
Ron, this man, I thought, hey, man, all I'm gonna do is look at the interview and go, hey, man, I told you.
Nah.
I even told you
know
that
what,
he
though?
gonna leave if you even ask 1% about it. He's going to leave.
You know what? That's fine. Because I'm not going to ask him anything that he doesn't want to talk
And
about.
I can pretty much sure that
I just want to talk about
Cam,
hip hop,
you know,
and I just want to talk about his grind. I don't even care about the Paul Wall and Chamillionaire beef. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I'm
I want to just talk to him because he's my favorite rapper.
I haven't seen no interviews. I haven't,
Yeah.
you know, I haven't been
And
keeping
ask
up.
him about
Though. I'm
tech,
not
you know?
saying that he don't do it. I
Yeah.
haven't been keeping up, but I can just imagine
He don't.
because his love for it is probably music is probably not there. It's on something else. So I'm pretty sure if it's not talking about some innovative shit or some new coming up shit, or you know what I'm saying, he probably don't want to talk about it. So I mean, I'm just probably if it's fair warning. I ain't say the interview can't get done.
No, I think I'm gonna believe that it can get done, and hopefully he sees this. And Chamillionaire, please, man, you are a lot of the people
man,
that
I
work,
hope he see this here, Cooper. What's up, baby? Let's drop something.
a lot of people that work here at All for the Culture. You are our favorite Houston rapper.
Cooper, holla
need
at me,
you on
man.
it, man.
Everybody's scared to give me your phone number.
So holler at us, man. We want you on the show. So let's talk about hooking back up with Mike Watts, and and then also let's move into OVO because people don't know or people might not know that besides what I said on the intro, OG is an official OVO member now. So
yeah, I mean, you know, I've been man, I probably should start bragging a little bit more about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been OVO before it was an official OVO. So, you know.
So how did you meet Drake? How did you hook up with his camp?
Oh, you know, my boy Jazz, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give all the credit go to Jazz, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jazz, come on the show, man, please.
All the credit go to Jazz, man. Jazz get all the OG Run C connection credit. Nobody gets no credit. It was all Jazz. I don't care if nobody say, yeah, man. No, they lying. They lying as hell.
So y'all met through Jazz.
Jazz called me on the phone and said, man, somebody want to meet you.
Okay.
And
so this was after he was kind of big already. He was not before.
No, he wasn't big at all.
Oh, he wasn't big at all. This kind of when he met Lil Wayne and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, this was all during that time.
When he found his love for Houston and all that.
Okay. So this was all that time. So, man, Jazz just plain and simply called me and said, man, somebody want to meet you. And I was like, who? He clicked over the phone and clicked the man back in and said, hey, man. He said, Aubrey Graham, meet OG Run C.
Oh, okay.
And that was it from that day. And that's, you know.
That was dope. So then, how did the whole thing come about doing the More Life and, like, you know,
I do all this stuff, so I mean,
he just wanted to do it, or like?
Well, you know, Drake is a fan of Houston culture, period. Chop and screw music. He, you know, that's the reason why he wanted to meet me, because he wanted to get my whole F Action catalog, which is an R&B, you know, the R&B chop and screw. So he was like, man, he write all his music at the time to the F Action.
So you gave him the full catalog of?
Yeah, so I gave him the full catalog.
How many are
hand
there
in
again?
hand. At that time, it was 60, about 65, I think. No, about 62 at that time.
And how many songs? If 65.
Oh shoot, man.
So 65 times like something.
15, so about
Jesus
15
Christ.
songs on that, so.
I wonder how big that hard drive was, or that thing.
Yeah, it was actually physicals. So it was actually physicals. Yeah, I gave him actually physicals.
Oh, you still have the physicals from a long time ago? Of
course. I gave him of course.
Oh, okay.
Fuck Action still selling, man. Fuck Action still selling, man.
Then I gotta come back and get the early ones from you, man. I'm missing those.
Yeah, we got them, man. FuckActionCentral.com if you want a digital copy. FuckActionCentral.com.
No, I want the hard copy.
If you
I need the hard copy.
You know what I'm saying? Just holler at the kid, man. So yeah, Fuck Action's going, man.
So I also want to ask about my friends here at the All for the Culture that work here informed me about something about you worked on Adult Swim with Little Dragon.
Yeah.
I did not hear about that. Can you please tell me about that one? That's interesting.
That was very interesting, you know, in itself, because they're from Sweden, and that was actually my second run-in with, you know, a Swedish artist.
Okay.
So we was, you know, intrigued, and then we didn't actually find out about the Adult Swim part of it until it was done, until they came with the marketing plan.
Oh, okay.
And when they came with that, we was just like, y'all gonna do what?
Oh, okay. Oh.
We was like, yeah, we're gonna run TV commercials on Adult Swim, and then they sent us the commercial.
Okay.
We was like, this finna run on the TV? We was like, yeah. So we was geeked up about that. And shoot, man, that was amazing, man. They really worked out. Like, that Adult Swim shit was stupid, man.
It's so funny how Houston artists do a lot of dope stuff, but it's just not known by a lot of people. Like, you think about it, right? J-Star is the dude who hooked up the first interview with Toe Down. He's worked with everybody. He's worked with like artists in New York and 50 and like, you know, and like people in Atlanta and stuff, but people would never know about it. People don't even know about him. Yeah. That's the craziest thing, and I think you're right. What you say is people come here, they steal this.
That's like Travis Scott. Like, nobody didn't know Travis Scott was from Houston until like we didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
We didn't even know it was from Houston. Somebody
we debated
called,
that in the last episode. We're like, does he really rep Houston?
Yeah,
but now he does. Yeah,
before
now he does.
he got big, before he was anything.
Yeah.
Like, you remember we did his tape. We chopped up his tape because one of our friends had called, one of our friends in the industry called, she had called us and asked us to do his tape, Jackie Betty.
Okay.
She had had called and said, hey man, I got a good friend. He's in LA now, but he's from Houston. He just released his mixtape, man. I think it's dope. Y'all do it. And that was it. So yeah, we put the world on Travis Scott too. I'm gonna take that credit. I'm gonna start fucking taking my own goddamn flowers.
So let me ask you, what about you work at 90? You do the Saturday or Sunday at 93.7, right? You do the weekends?
Yeah. Actually, I'm about to come back with a new show. So actually, we're not doing a show at this moment.
That's the same thing with Breakfast Club, right? The same place where Breakfast Club is, right?
Yeah. Same club.
You got to meet them yet? You been able to work with them
I
yet?
met them stuck up niggas.
They're stuck up?
Yeah. I tell them today they stuck up.
Oh, you got to. So, do you work with them? Are you gonna anything?
Nah, I don't work with them. No. I don't know them like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know them like that. They, they got the big check. So shit, niggas, stick it up. Keep your nose up. Keep your nose up. Goddamn. Don't fuck with the little niggas like me. I want to stay under the radar and get them. Yeah.
All right.
Cause our chick is way bigger than them nose up chicks. Believe that.
So, I want to ask you about iRome here. He's your newest artist, the newest artist you're managing, you're helping out. And I want to know, first, how did you meet him, and what did you see in him that made you want to work with him?
Well,
because I know you don't just work with anybody.
Well, I meet so many people, so to say exactly where we met, we both were probably like, well, we met him, then met that.
How'd y'all build that relationship?
I thought what made me want to, I'm going to just jump into what made me want to even just work with, iRome was when I heard his music, it's like seeing first of all, his look was different, right?
Okay.
And, it's like seeing a beautiful chick.
Okay.
When you see from the far, we just going for what we see from the far, right?
Okay.
The ass and titties.
Yeah.
Some got to catch you first.
Yeah.
Either you like her hair, her ass, or her titties. Most of the majority is ass and titties, right?
Yeah.
So you got to see something into somebody first before you even let them open their mouth, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So when he approached me as an artist, and just his look was just different anyway. So that was me coming from managing a person like Riff Raff.
Okay.
I'm already into the point of knowing that, hey, different can be something.
Yeah.
Don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that was, first of all, it was different. He was different, first of all. Then when I heard the music matched, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he was different.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I like the music. And then, me, if you just follow what I do now, I don't follow the curve of what everybody's doing. Yeah. I like to be a part of something that's gonna be different, and then be the one that said, I don't like the "I told you so" factor. You know what I'm saying? But we all do like the "I told you so."
We all like to say "I told you."
We all like to say that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be on that end.
Yeah.
Than being on the end that said, that
you get that told to you. You know what I'm saying? You get that told to you.
Yeah, because that don't work. That I came from that too.
Yeah.
So, I definitely don't want to be on the that don't work. Now I might have my my doubts about it, but at the end of the day, what I have learned in being a DJ and what I should do and what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As a DJ, what I should do is let the people be the judge.
Okay.
And what I'm supposed to do is give it to them. Oh, okay. So they can be the judge. So, I thought that, I'm in a position now to have artists, and especially my track record of having artists that's been kind of different, when they've been winning. I was on a lot of people. They didn't understand them at first. I'm telling you, people didn't understand Drake at first. Yeah. People didn't understand Lil Yachty at first. Yeah. But these are guys that I've been messing with before they was anybody.
I'm gonna be honest, I still don't kind of get Little Yachty, but
yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think. I mean,
but hey, if you don't get it out the gate, it's not for you to get, right.
It's not. Everything's not for everybody.
It's for you to learn. Yeah. It's for it to grow on you. Yeah. Everything we don't, it may not grow on you.
Yeah. Everything's not for everybody.
What we was talking about with the pen thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just. It's just something that ain't grew on me yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not saying
we're gonna make it grow on you.
It's not saying that it's it don't work. But it's just saying it just ain't reached me yet. You know, it ain't got to the older person like myself yet. You know what I'm saying? We still stuck on our old ways. And that's just, you know, that's with everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I may not be into, you know, like it took, like, I could give you a perfect example. I have my first pair of what they call it, we call them straight leg jeans back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call them skinny jeans. Yeah. I got my first pair of skinny jeans on. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I switched to straight leg. I couldn't switch to skinny, but I switched to straight leg.
Yeah. I call them. I don't know what they call them. Motherfuckers is hugging.
Cause I used to rock.
The fucking calf, goddamn.
I remember when boot cut was in style, man. And I used to go into the True Religion store. I used to go into the Robin store, and I used to ask for boot cuts. And they're like, we don't have those anymore.
Cut a little bit up to a little bit, cut up a little bit, motherfucker, up a little bit. There'd be some culottes around this hole. That's what we call them hoes back in the day.
So let's Rome, let's switch to you, man. Let's talk about you coming up, man. Let's talk about your story, because you know I don't feel like you know that's been covered yet. So let's talk about your grind coming up, your story coming up, and I'll talk about it all the way up to meeting your time in Florida and Flo Rida and having deal and then having that deal with Flo Rida.
Absolutely, brother.
By the way, me and Rome, I've known this guy for quite some time. Known him now, 5-6 years, close personal friends, and stuff like that. And that's why he's on the show today. And you know, he's done a lot that people don't know about. So let's get into that. Let's get into your whole grind and your time with Flo Rida and all that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Man, where do you want me to start?
Just start from the beginning. Start as you talk.
Hey, man.
Basically, from when you picked up the mic, when you started taking music seriously, I want to know from then to when you met Flo Rida.
Really, put it this way. People like Ron C, DJ Screw. I'm from Orlando.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a rap city.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I moved to Houston, the only thing I'm like, okay, I need something to grab onto in the city to like it, right? Happens to be hip hop. The only person I jammed before that is Chingy. You know what I mean? So I come to Houston. I love this fucking culture. It's awesome. You know, they got like Screwed and Chopped. They got all this whole different style, you know, and I fall in love with it.
Yep.
So it's really, and then Drake came in the picture, and, you know, he's kind of doing his melodic Houston slow banging stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I'm an R&B guy. At the same time, I love rap.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm in Houston doing my music stuff. I'm at the show with, let's say, you know, Soulja Boy, right?
Yeah.
He had a big show. This is when he had that song, Pretty Boy Nation. And y'all remember that?
I remember Pretty Boy Swag.
Pretty Boy Swag. The Pretty Boy Nation was, I guess, the clique he had. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, Roscoe Dash, Trina. And I started being managed by Byron Trice. He's with Clean Face. And he manages people like Rico Love, Rick Ross, Trina, Plies, a bunch of people. So I go out to Miami, and I'm just working. You know, I'm just making music. Now, I don't know what the music is. I don't know if it's rap, hip-hop, pop. But he thinks I fit in Flo Rida's label. So I started working with Flo Rida for about good 2 years, you know?
Yeah.
I got myself a vocal coach. Started making more pop, you know, friendly records. And I kind of learned a lot, you know, being around people like Pitbull and Jason Derulo. It was like a different...
You around Jason Derulo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I like him.
Me and him had the same publicist for a
long time. I like him.
So, you know, just being out there, dude, I learned a lot. But at the end of the day, my heart was still in Houston music because that's what got me into music. So, my main goal was like, okay, I'm going to take Houston music, mix it with what I learned at Flo Rida's label, and put it together. Because, you know, being on tour with him, I saw his fan base. His fan base is nothing like a Houston fan base. It's a bunch of, college, you know, crazy-ass fans.
Like Ron C, like OG Ron C said, probably some white folk, mostly white folks.
Literally. And it's like, okay, you got, you know, I've been a car show, so I've seen, you know, Houston fans throwing up the age and just vibing with the music. But these fans are crazy. They're trying to climb on stage, and I'm loving it. I'm like, yo, this is what I mess with.
Yeah.
So, I come to Houston, you know, I work, I think my first Houston artist I worked with, she was popping at the time with Cash Money, and she's still popping, don't get me wrong, she's Brittany. And, you know, I got a song with her called Rainbow Sippin', you know, featuring Mims.
Just Brittany's probably gonna be on the show. We're talking to her right now. Come on, man. It'd be cool. It'd be a cool little look.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I started working with, you know, her, and, you know, we had something going. Then just over time, I would just like to say I did a bunch of things. You know, I played the Middle Eastern Billionaire in Furious 7. We were hosting the party with T-Pain and
yeah, people don't know that.
Okay.
Gotta go slow. Because there's a lot that people don't know. Don't know right now. So let's talk about one thing before we get to the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
You have OG Ron C has a relationship with Drake. You also have a relationship with Drake. Am I right? And you've worked with people in the OVO camp.
Absolutely. Cameron Pasquale, Obi O'Brien. There's a bunch of these characters at the end of the day that, that have been putting in work, and now they're finally getting their, credit.
Yeah.
Like on More Life, Chef Pasquale, he's also known by Cameron Pasquale. He did the majority of the beats on my album.
Okay.
And that's someone that, I'll probably bring to you guys too. He also did the record Scheming Up with Obi O'Brien and Drake.
Yeah.
So,
I love that
like
record.
that?
That's
Yeah.
in the Entourage
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
That's
It is.
one of my
When they're
favorite
driving.
Drake verses of all
Yeah.
time. That shit was fire.
When they're driving on the Pacific Coast.
Yeah, I'm
Highway,
kind of blanking on what the verse was, but it's so fire. It's so
Oh,
fire.
dude, it's fire. Yeah.
Fire.
So I've been working with him. There's a bunch of things. Like I said,
Yeah.
in the midst of In Love and Hip Hop Houston, which never
Yeah.
got to see the surface of the media.
We'll talk about that. So
Yeah.
let's talk about you went to Flo Rida's label.
Yeah.
You were in Florida. You came back to Houston for a little while, right? Before you went to LA.
I had a
and
deal
you hooked
with,
up with OG Ron C.
Yeah.
How did you hook up with OG?
With OG Ron C, I was working with the Sauce Twins manager at the time, Miss Megan,
Okay.
And it's kind of like, I had a buzz, but more of an international buzz at the end of the day. I had the song on the Furious 7 soundtrack, Fast and Furious Flow, which featured some of the cast members.
It's on the soundtrack.
It's on the soundtrack.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Brian Tyler is the guy that made the soundtrack. He's the one back. A lot of people don't know this. Cody Walker, who's Paul Walker's younger brother, Brian Tyler, who's the composer of the whole soundtrack.
Okay.
They're back in that project, and that's something that
Is Cody Walker directly involved with Fast and Furious now?
Yeah, he played. Hold on,
Because he wasn't in this last one.
No, he wasn't, but that's because Paul Walker wasn't, featured in any way, period.
Yeah.
But in Fury 7, when Paul Walker unfortunately
I
passed
know that.
away,
Yeah.
Cody Walker, do y'all remember that scene where he's running up the bus? The bus
Yes.
That's his brother. That's his younger brother, Cody Walker.
Okay.
So he's been a friend of mine for a while.
I really want to know how they shot that, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I know how they shot it, but
How'd they shoot it?
It's done the same way you would. Look, Cody Walker has been Paul Walker's stuntman since 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been a stuntman. So with him,
So he knew exactly what to do because they made it seem like they were coaching him and teaching him and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the thing is, like he did his thing, but you can't tell. I'm not gonna obviously say what scenes because I don't want to sway anyone's perspectives on the movie itself. But
But how did they shoot? They shot it just like green screen.
I can't say.
Okay.
The blue screen, if anything, but
Okay.
they shot it and it's a lot of CGI computerized stuff. James Wan.
Okay.
Big director, one of my favorite directors for horror movies. He directed this movie, and I got to kind of be one-on-one with him at times.
Okay.
Only because I was a fan, so I'm like, I'm not getting off set, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah. If
just
we're
to
behind
stay
the
around
scenes,
and network
bro,
and yeah,
these
for
are
sure.
all these people. These are personal, friends of mine at this point because it's like I'm a big fan of the franchise. Period.
Yeah.
If I
for
was
sure.
a producer for the franchise, I'd be happier. But
We grew up on that franchise. You know what I'm saying?
dude, 2001, right? So
that was the first year the first one came
yeah,
out? Okay, yeah.
So Hector, Hector, right?
Yeah,
Noel.
yeah.
So in LA, he's put me on a lot of game. He was one of my guys that just kind of put me on a lot of different, venues. And he played Hector in the first movie, and they brought him back for the 7th. So I play, like I said, the Middle Eastern billionaire in the 7th movie when they fly out the car. I'm with T-Pain. T-Pain is in that scene. A lot of people don't understand that. That's who.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about that. Yeah, T-Pain is actually in that scene. I had no idea.
T-Pain, Iggy Azalea. There's a bunch of people.
Wait, Iggy Azalea's in the. Oh yeah,
Not in my scene.
No. She's in that.
She's in Hector's scene.
Yes, I remember.
These cameos, Fast and the Furious franchise, features brief cameos, quick, So a lot of people don't understand that, but for me playing the Middle Eastern billionaire was more of a heightened role for the music video itself. Where I'm playing the same character, but I have to get the briefcase to Hector. And if you guys notice in the video, it's Neil Brown Jr., who's also in Straight Outta Compton. He plays DJ Yellow. Yeah. So there's just a bunch of stuff, that goes into all this. But
That's
overall, I'm going to skip over a good year or two. And let's just say, I was in Houston working on music, working with Miss Megan, who also, manages the Sauce Twins. And then basically our plan was, I want to work with the biggest guy in Houston. And that was obviously OG Ron C. So,
You told me something earlier when you came on set before, we started the interview. That Black Eyed Peas was supposed to be in the movie or something like that?
Yes, so Black Eyed Peas were supposed to be playing the DJs, right? And like I said, I don't know which Black Eyed Peas, but I'm sure it's all 3 of them. they weren't able to make it. They had their scheduling issues. So T-Pain, this is like something he told me. He came through as like a substitute for them, you know?
Yeah, was it like last minute?
It was last minute
Oh,
because
wow.
he left on the third day. And me and T-Pain, you know, we were not part of the same management, but we had associative situations. So he already knew what it was. But we were on set, and I had just got a deal with Universal Bungalow. So he came out to my party in LA, actually. Yeah. I had told him about it. So he left on the third day of the set. But Black Eyed Peas were supposed to be in Fury 7, and then, you know, obviously they didn't make it. T-Pain made the cut, but after Paul Walker passed away, a lot of people were unsure about what's going to happen with the movie and yada yada, you know. Okay. But after a while, you know, they figured it out. They were going to put it all together, and it worked at the end of the day. And obviously, no one else noticed when Paul Walker.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice. I thought I only time I could kind of tell I felt was like when they when they were racing at the end, you could kind of see a little bit.
I think that one was done on purpose to
give
really
it like an angel type. Let people know that look like
it was supposed to trigger emotions. You know, for me, it wasn't as sad because I had dealt with it 2 years ago already prior to.
Man, when I watched it, I ain't gonna trip. Like I was not sad. That shit made me a little sad. I was like, man.
Everyone cried except, like, you know, me. Because, like, bro, when I found out about it, it was unreal. I'm like, no, wait. They're going to scrap our scenes? What the heck? You know, Ronda Rousey had much more of a role, by the way. Yeah. She had actual speaking roles in the movie with Vin Diesel. All that was cut. A lot of my scenes were cut. But I was still in the movie, though.
Were they even thinking of doing Cody Walker in Fate of the Furious?
They did. Vin Diesel actually, supposedly, this is not, like, you know, real sources. This is off stuff I've read online, but supposedly, you know, he might make some type of, you know, cameo CGI type of thing in the 9th or 10th movie. Because I mean, you are aware at the end of the 8th movie, which is directed by F. Gary Gray, they say that meet Brian, which is the baby. So at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I'm a fan of Fury 7.
Yeah, they making 10 of them up?
10 of them. Yeah. Literally 2 more. Oh, shit, I'm not gonna lie. This is weird. I'm a fan of Fury 7. I was
because you're in it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. Just fucking with you. And then my boy Hector's in it too. But
like I'm a fan of what I'm in.
The 8th movie is good.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
F. Gary Gray's a personal friend of mine, and he's a good director. But I mean, at the end of the day, he was thrown in this franchise on the 8th movie. So, like I said, I have nothing bad to say about the movie, but it's cool for what it is. Period. Nothing else. Like it's just.
I'll be honest. Cool. For the first 30 minutes, I didn't like it. I didn't really care for it for the first 30 minutes.
That 100%.
And then it changed to what normally Fast and Furious is.
I mean, the first 7 was directed by the same person.
Well, the first one, no. There was, you know, Justin Lin.
There was a lot of different directors. There was like 3 different directors.
Justin Lin, the guy that directed the Star Trek franchise, is the one that did all of them. The 7th one was done by James Wan, who did Saw and Insidious. So it was a horror, you know, feel to it. But the 8th one was done by F. Gary Gray. So if you've seen it, he's done Friday, Straight Outta Compton. I mean, he's the one that got me Neil Brown Jr. For my video. So I already knew he was on the 8th franchise. For sure. But there's a reference in the end of the movie where he says Miss Parker. So that's for all the Friday fans. But yeah, Fan of the Furious, go watch it in theaters.
He said that in what?
In the last barbecue scene, he goes, because Ludacris's name is Tesh Parker in the series, right? So he's
yes. I remember that. I remember. Yeah, I think I told my dad right then and there. I think I told my dad we were watching it.
Yeah.
And I told my dad. I said that had something to do with another movie.
Yeah, it had to do with F. Gary Gray because he directed Friday.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't realize.
So yeah, it's a personal friend of mine. Go watch the movie because it's still out. Make that boy the money.
Yeah. So now let's get into Love and Hip Hop Houston. You were on. You were going to be on this show.
Yes, sir.
It was canceled.
Yes.
Can we talk about why it was canceled?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. They were shooting Love and Hip Hop Houston and Miami consecutively. At the time, this is before I worked.
Some gangsters out here, they was really scared.
Yeah. That's not an understatement. That's literally why it was canceled, to be honest. But literally.
Cause we can really carry motherfucking guns out here, nigga.
You gonna trip over? Hey, be careful. You gonna flip over?
I mean, Houston is supposedly more dangerous than Miami at this point, and Hollywood, and New York.
It is. I'm serious, man. We can fucking carry guns.
No, but you know what? Houston is a place where you talk about someone. They're not gonna talk about you on the internet. They're gonna approach you.
You already know.
Show up at your motherfucking door, man.
You gonna get approached, and that's why. That's why it's just better to keep your mouth shut. You know, my brother growing up, he always taught me. He said, "Man, you're Indian. You ain't gonna be the biggest guy in the room. Shut the fuck up."
I mean, that's why I was a comedian on the show. Now the grill, Miss Megan bought me this grill, by the way, from King Johnny, Sharpstown Mall.
Yes.
Sauce Walker got his grill from that. So I was supposed to be more of the comic relief in the show.
One day I'm gonna get me a grill just for fun.
For real? Hey, you
just because I'm from H-Town, I gotta do it.
I
gotta do it.
You've been living in Houston, bro. I moved here.
Bro, I've been in Houston my whole life. I was born here, bro. I was born here.
Yeah.
I'm all H-Town. Everything is H-Town. H-Town all right here. H-Town all right there. H-Town on my shirt. H-Town on my shirt. It's H-Town every day. That's all we rep.
I love H-Town culture, bro. And loving hip hop, man. You know, like I said, there was a lot of drama going on, politics. My publicist is actually the main casting person. Okay. I was told about this show years ago when I was in Miami, signed to Flo Rida. I thought it was bullshit at first because they were telling me it's shooting next year, the next year, the next year. Next thing you know, I'm in the gala meeting at the Sinesta, actually sitting in there, you know, doing my reel with them. And then, you know, obviously, you know, I conjured that stuff. It went great. We shot some of my clips. Just Brittany shot some of hers. I'm not gonna say too much.
So what happens with those clips? Like, do you have them? Like, do you keep them, or like you get?
I have Snapchats of the actual clips, but we sign contracts, right? Because this is on VH1.
Yeah.
This is not the first reality show I've done. There was one that aired, which is T.I.'s reality show called Sisterhood of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
I was on season 2.
I thought you were about to say. I thought you were about to say you were in his family show. I was like, oh.
No,
wait,
not
what?
that one. No, this is on Oxygen Network.
You a Harrisburg?
Yeah, no, not at all. But my music video is featured on it. I'm in the show as well, season 2.
Whoa, hold on. Hey, someone turn off the fan, please.
Yeah.
It's gonna make noise on the thing.
Don't you just that's the good nature about podcasts.
Right. It's not live, bro. You can just kind of.
It is. I'm just saying.
But you can keep all this in there. It don't matter. And you know what? Like if you look at the Drink Champs, that's how they kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They do that shit too. All right, so let's keep going. So the Love and Hip Hop thing, man. You were basically
There was a.
So you were the comedic relief, but did you not feel? Were you not scared of that? Oh, it's gonna make me look bad. It's gonna make me look like people not take me seriously. Because think about it, the only person to ever come out of that with a real label, like with a real deal and be successful is K Michelle.
K Michelle, okay, yeah.
If I'm wrong, I mean I don't think there's anybody else. I don't know. I don't really watch Love and Hip Hop like that, so I really don't know. But
nobody really.
It's just K Michelle.
Really already.
Man, I'll be honest.
No. She had gone into the label and fucked everything up. She had really messed her stuff up.
Got a rebound because of that, But remember she had them hits before.
I never knew her before. I never knew she had hits before.
Yeah, you know, remember she had them hits before that.
Yeah, I never knew she had hits.
Yeah, she had that one hit before Love and Hip Hop, the one that made her popular. What's it called?
That was after. That was after Love and Hip Hop. That was when she did the first season.
After Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah, it was popping. She recorded.
Now,
it
not
season.
that song. It's another song. It's another song before that put K Michelle on.
If you know it,
before,
put it in the comments. All right. If you know what I'm talking about,
hold on. Y'all get an R&B. The old guy a few minutes to think about it. Y'all talk about it. I'm gonna come up with it.
All right, cool.
Dude gonna think about it.
Let's talk about So were you not scared of that, like that backlash or not taking?
I wasn't. I'm a different artist at the end of the day. Like I said, I won't get too much into detail. There's different artists out there that have done reality shows, and Love and Hip Hop was a crutch for me. It's just something that I did while I was in Houston. It was cool. That's about it. You know, it was a good experience.
So you were not scared at all. You were no backlash.
Dude, when I'm on reality TV and we're shooting clips on a yacht, bro, with like a bunch of girls, I'm having fun.
Yeah, it's life.
Either I'm leaned out, either I'm high. I'm just having fun, and it's like we shoot the clips. I don't after being in the industry for a while, you realize that you can't get too excited because you don't know what the hell might happen. So you just enjoy the moment. It happens. If it doesn't, whatever, right?
Yeah,
it's just that's all.
Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the new deal and being in LA and what you're working on right now and the new deal.
Ooh, man. Okay, so when it comes down to my new deal, Sony is distributing my music. I recently got verified on Instagram. OG Ron C been verified on Instagram, so you already know how that goes. You make a lot of money off that.
You do? How?
Oh, bro. If you're verified on Instagram, bro, there's no one's gonna doubt you at the end of the day.
It's like more of it's almost like a validation. You know what I'm saying?
But how does that generate dollars?
Because you just start seeing more people that just really start taking what you do serious.
Okay.
It's not even, the fact that if you still doing what you're doing, then you'll see more dollars. I mean, I've seen more dollars just for the fact of I'm a workaholic. So, shit, I work 10 times as much now. And then, people feel like, oh, well, damn, they been knowing me.
Yeah.
And I got the check too, but now it seems like more official people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They, you know, I know I've definitely got more other people with chicks fucking with me. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I've been the plug for a few people getting verified. I'm not gonna say any names, but yes.
But like, I mean, like, what is that? Like, when you say plug, I mean, don't you get verified once you have a lot of followers?
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of, but there's a lot of people who don't know how to do it. Like me, if you're on a corporate level, yeah, it's
do you mind
easy.
explaining?
Bro, Twitter is easy, Facebook is easy, Instagram, it's very difficult.
Do you mind explaining how you do it?
Explain. I mean, I'm
Tell
not
people how you do
really.
it.
I'm not really on like the process side.
No,
like
you got to be.
Yeah.
It's not even explain how to do it though.
Just
It's about
happens.
listen. You have to have things popping. It's a whole.
Yeah,
it's not
so
just
that's what I'm saying.
one.
You gotta
thing.
have things popping first before it
It's
works.
not just one thing. You said, oh, if you do that, you're gonna get verified.
Yeah.
Like now, I mean, I had done already 5 Drake. I'm over.
Well, I'm saying, like, what I'm asking is, like, what's the criteria?
Shit,
like,
it took
what's
me,
the
man? They turned me down 10 times.
Yeah, like, what's the
We
criteria?
they never told us. Oh, why are we turning you down? Why are you
Oh,
turning
they don't
down?
tell you?
Denied. Man,
See, I'm wondering what the criteria is. How they decide? And I'm asking, when you get
Same
big enough,
thing.
do they come to you or you have to apply to them?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is the how I didn't got mine verified. I got Candlestick, and I know what all we done went through to get us verified.
That's crazy.
And we didn't got denied. And at those times we was never told, well, you ain't big enough,
Yeah.
or well, you ain't got this much going on, or well.
Yeah.
Like shit, we done some of the biggest shit and had goddamn 100
Yeah.
million motherfuckers follow this in every blog, and we still can't get verified.
Yeah.
So I wish I could just say what was the chemistry. I think the chemistry was just keeping on working and then having that person that knew how to get to them. I don't know what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a social person that does my social stuff. That's how I got verified.
Okay.
All my social. I'm verified damn near on shit I ain't even know I could get verified on. I'm on verified on Audio Mac, TuneCore.
So you had your media guy do that, or is
Yeah,
it someone else?
my
Okay.
media guy.
Okay,
Not
alright.
like I hired somebody to do mine.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So
So-
because like they know exactly.
But I mean, you're
what-
posting on Instagram. It's just they do all that verification stuff. But you're the one actually posting on Instagram.
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't mean to call you out. I don't mean to call you out.
yeah,
My bad.
Sometimes that is the kid.
Yeah.
Majority of the time is not. It's Steve Chavez. That's who run my.
Oh, Steve Chavez. Oh,
That's
I've
my
talked
boy,
to him.
that's my boy.
Yeah, I've talked to him on the phone.
That's who run my stuff.
I was trying to get the artist that he works with on the show because he works with some artists on Love and Hip Hop. Correct?
you would know. I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on. Steve, let me know about the people. We talked. Let me know what's up. So we talked on the phone. I talked to Steve. So tell us about the new deal in LA and are you signed to Interscope? Is that what I heard?
No, I'm not. No, not at all. Like I said, I have distribution through Sony.
Okay.
I'm working under Future Free Bands.
Oh, you're
So
working
all
under
the way-
Future.
That's official. That's free.
Free bands. Okay, so that's an
Band,
exclusive
FBG.
right here. That's an
Swear
exclusive
to God,
right
yeah.
here on for the culture.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Nick Avelli, president. Shout out to Casino. Shout out to Future, Zoe Dollars, Dizzy Cleanface, motherfucker. Y'all know Zoe Dollars?
Yeah.
He's popping. I mean, he's the next up from Free Bands.
So he's
Free
gonna be on the show, right?
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
gonna be on the show, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
what I'm gonna try my best to get him on the show.
Alright.
But like I said, Free Bands, man, that's my family. It's been my family since a while back. I met them through the OVO camp, and I love Future, man. Like me,
That's
you got
good.
Future's posters out here.
Yeah, you got Future
But
posters up
you're
there.
gonna be seeing a lot more stuff just involved. Like I can't say too much, but got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm involved in the EXO camp as well with the Weekend, Nav, Belly.
Oh, wow, damn.
Yeah, can't speak too much about it, but it's just like man, I'm steady working. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm doing.
Bro,
Yeah.
what can you speak about? Everything you can't speak about. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah.
Just messing with you. I understand how it is, right? I understand
Yeah.
how it is. But so all right, so when is the tape dropping? When is the tape dropping?
Tape.
When is the
Tape
next
is called
project coming? When are we gonna get the new
Sandcastles.
music?
The music video is called Real Ones.
Okay.
Now, this is one of the biggest records coming out, period. You hear it first. This is not no hype. This is not no me trying to exaggerate nothing. It is going to be the fucking biggest record out there.
Is
The
your
biggest
record or
video.
you're featured on it?
No, it's my record.
Okay.
My little brother's on it. His name
Okay.
is Rude Boy. He's my new artist, my only artist. And like I said, this record is huge. You'll see. You can rewind back to this interview. This is
Okay.
the first time I've said it. Biggest record out, period.
Okay.
And like I said, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got to
All
say
right.
about that.
Well-
But yeah, Sandcastles is coming out soon, period.
All right.
Shout out to OC Flo as well.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by today.
Absolutely,
We
bro.
got Rome here. OG got hungry, kind of went
You know what I'm saying?
into the studio's
I'm about to
kitchen and
hit
got
that.
some food. Why don't you get OG over there.
Get a little hit. Huh?
He's just over there just grubbing.
Hey.
Yeah, man, I had to give me something to drink, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
When you talk a lot.
all for the Culture Studios. We got food everywhere. We got alcohol, man. We got some, you know what I'm saying? You know, we good over here. So, you know, you can check us out at www.allthe4theculture.com. You can check us out at All for the Culture Show. And y'all, shout out y'all social medias, man. Let them know what's up and where to find y'all.
At OG Run C, man. That's on everything. Whatever it is, OG Run C. That's me. ChopNotSlop.com. You can get the app. Keep up with all the fresh and new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm down with the independents. So if you down with the independents, man, chopcloud.com. That's where, you know, I ain't get a chance to say nothing about that, but that's where I'm chopping up all the artists. I'm going to chop your song up for free. And chopcloud.com is going to distribute it so we can get paid and we're going to split the revenue.
So you work with with any artist and explain that to me again. Sorry.
Any artist, it don't matter what you got, what song you got.
Tight. And you do it personally?
Yeah, I'm going to chop your record up for free. Go to chopcloud.com. Now, you know, everybody keeps saying Run C, it's not free. On my part, I'm doing your record for free. Okay. Now, if you don't have $29 to pay those folks for a processing fee so they can put your record in every store.
Shouldn't be rapping.
Then come on, man.
Shouldn't be rapping.
All I'm saying, man.
Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself.
Exactly. $29, man. $29 processing fee, man. And, you know, it's got other little bells and whistles if you want to have, but, you know, you don't have to opt out for that. You know, you can opt out for that. But $29, I'm going to chop you up for free. That's what I'm doing, man. You know, so, hey, catch me on that. You know, everybody want me to listen to their music. And I'm like this here. Why listen when we can listen and get paid?
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself because, like, man, like I did real estate, and I was buying, you know, properties, and then I would invest in other people too. Like they would come to me, and I would do loans for people to. I was like, why am I not investing in myself? Yeah. If I believe in everybody else, how come I don't believe in myself the same, right? Exactly. And I set this up as quick as possible, and we were ready to go. So.
And much shout out to, you know, appreciate you too for having me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, man.
That was all Rome right here, man. I hit him up and we hooked it up.
Much love to my boy iRome. Y'all make sure y'all watch out because, you know, much love, much stuff is supposed to be coming out from, you know, with me and him, you know, and me pushing it. And y'all are gonna see
whatever artist OG Ron C works with and blesses, 10 times out of 10 they're gonna be successful.
Man, I'm just thank God he been blessing me with good knowledge, man, to be able to spread to people, man, and not give them the wrong knowledge, man. That's what I pray for, man. I don't want to give nobody no wrong knowledge and you know give. Yeah, exactly. Word up. You know what I'm saying? I start with helping my city first, but you know. This go worldwide, man, you know what I'm saying? So if you're an independent artist, period, man, I'm down with you. But, you know, my loyalty lies in my city, though. But if you're an independent artist anywhere, though, man, you know, I do what I can, you know, to help you get your music out. Now, I ain't signing everybody to management, though. I'm just looking out for my city.
Yeah, it's H-Town all the way, man. We do this shit for H-Town only, man. And shout out your social medias, man. Go ahead.
Hey, at iRome 927 when you type it in. Should be able to check that post up. But yeah, type that in. iRomeofficial.com is my website. At iRome927 is my Twitter. All the Culture. Right?
All for the Culture show is my Instagram.
Y'all follow them now.
And y'all got to go with my Twitter at Hip Hop Handicap. I got a lot of different shit. I don't know why I'm gonna try to get it all the same name eventually. But my Twitter is at Hip Hop Handicap. And if you want the real, Elvis Freshly 713 on Snapchat. And we'll be back next time. Thank y'all guys for coming, man. Appreciate it.
Hate it, but I fuck her like a lover. I was fighting, but we kiss under the cover. And baby, I don't never play around with you. As soon as we get together, you know what's going down. She say she love when I'm up in it. Them other niggas ain't with it. She like, what's your favorite position? I'm like, baby, every position. And I love when you wash the dishes. Not because you washing the dishes. It's because of little shorts you be wearing when you walk around in the kitchen, yeah.